Welcome back to Give 'em Truth Ministries for episode 5. I'm glad y'all's tuning in to check us out again. It's good to be making another video. Last week I took some time off with the family, spent a little time with them, so I appreciate you guys allowing me to do that. If you're checking us out for the first time, or maybe this is every video, you're watching every video so far, go ahead and hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate it. And Trent, why don't you go ahead and tell them your places to check out your stuff.
What's up, everybody? Next Level Freedom Church. You can search that out on YouTube and then just go subscribe. And don't forget to subscribe to our Let's Talk page either. So, which is over there. And if you need help getting to it, just go to our Facebook pages and click on the links.
Yeah, we try to have a new one. I didn't mean to cut you off. Try to have a new Let's Talk video up. What is it? Every Sunday?
About every Sunday we try to have it.
Unless something happens, somebody gets sick or something like that, we try to get one up every week. So. Yeah, make sure and subscribe to that and like that and all that good stuff. Make sure you hit the bell so you get all the notifications. But let's get into it. We left off last time. We kind of ended with Faux Christ. And you know, man, I went this week and I found a lot of my Faux Christ CDs. And I started listening to them, man, and I got like super sad. I'm not even going to lie. Because like I was listening to our very first live CD that we did, Darren and Anna. And I was listening to the crowd participation and listening to us try to get the crowd into it. And they eventually started getting into it. And I just remember how much fun that concert was, how much fun that I had doing that. So
you're going to have to check out live too, because it was the same way.
I don't think I have that one. That or it's got lost in the mix.
Did you bring him for him to look at?
No.
You said you was going to try to have that next time. Y'all can blame him for that.
I do have I have the Mass Communication CD behind me. I think the other ones are upstairs. But next time we'll backtrack a little bit and we'll get back into the Faux Christ. I'd say we're probably about halfway through the story right now. So, but anyway, I'll grab a Mass Communication CD before this is over and show you guys the cover and everything. And I might even maybe post a couple of songs in a video one time, and that way y'all can hear some of the stuff we did. But anyway, ending off with Faux Christ last time, and an incredible ride that it was from like 2002 to the name change in 2005 or 6? 2006 is when the first album come out. So
we probably changed the name in 05, some late 05. The album released in 06, so we had a release party type thing with Covenant. Remember, on the farm?
Oh yeah,
we released it. It was like August of 2006
on the farm. A great place for a rap concert, really.
We had other bands there, so.
But yeah, so I remember the night. I had been thinking about it for a long time about a name change because, believe it or not, as strange as it probably sounds, times had changed within that 5 years, and the name. I mean, I guess we kind of slowed down as Faux Christ a little bit, and I had kept having this feeling that I think we would maybe do better or reach a different audience, maybe, or fit in with a different audience if we had a name change. So that's whenever I came up with the name of Mass Communication. And we were at the Baptist Church in Dongola, Illinois. That's back when me and you would have prayer meetings in there.
Actually, we did that prayer meeting at the church you were youth pastor at the time.
Did we?
In Crosstown over here?
You know what? I think you're right.
Yep, it was in their sanctuary.
That's right. Okay, so we were in Crosstown. Wow, see? That's why we're doing the video. Part of the reason, anyway. But yeah, we had the name change. We talked about the name change, tossed it around with Trent, tossed it around for a while, and we decided to become Mass Communication. And whenever we did that, a whole new world opened up to us.
We lost some fans because there was people that liked the Faux Christ style, but when we went to Mass Communication, we were trying to reach a more modern group for hip hop.
A different type of people. I mean, and it wasn't nothing that we did to necessarily lose fans. It was just a direction we felt led that we needed to go to bring it into, like you said, kind of a more modern style and a more aimed at youth, more just youth, and not just kind of like a broad thing. We kind of changed our style of hip hop a little bit, changed our style that we rapped, and
some people got on board and went with it, and some, they quit listening after that. But we met a whole lot of new people though at that point. So
that's when we started doing concert. I mean, well, let's back up a little bit. I guess we got a hold of K. Why does he call himself K Wild or K? I don't remember what he called his
K Wild. About Kyle?
Yeah, what he used to call his K-Word Productions or something like that.
Something like that.
I can't remember what it was. Shout out to him. Sorry, I can't remember what you used to call
New Wave is what you ended up with. Yeah. I don't know what it was at the time.
But he made some of the beats for us.
Birdhouse Productions. Yeah, that's on the back of that CD.
He made pretty well all the beats except Victorious. or Victory, the one you made, right?
Victory I made. Staff made Generation X.
That's right. Yeah, he did make that one.
Yeah, that was when we first met Staff too. So
yeah, we'll get into talking about him a little bit because he helped us quite a bit out in that, and he was even helping us towards the end of mass communication. And stay tuned more for that. Maybe we'll see. But anyway, I guess just the whole switch to mass communication. I mean, I guess it was hard, but it wasn't hard. It was easy. We started having, I think, more fun with it, but it did get a little more difficult, actually, because we're trying to switch this style that we've had for 5 years. Mm. We're trying to move into a new direction with our hip hop, and we're getting, getting beats made for us and paying for beats and doing things like that, and trying to rap to this music that like we haven't rapped to before. And I know myself that I got aggravated plenty of times doing it.
It was that rhythm thing again.
Well, it was kidding. That and just trying to
catch the beat.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. There was a lot of times that I just didn't care, and I was just like burnt out. Part of me was burnt out at times and didn't want to pursue it, didn't want to do it. But then at other times I was, So I mean, that was on me, and that was my fault. But still had a lot of fun with it. We started doing concerts. We had the release party at the farm. I didn't remember that, but
yeah. So August of 06.
Well, which one was that?
I called it Autumn Fest.
Autumn Fest. That's right.
People looked at us like we was crazy because it wasn't autumn, but I was like, we're talking the autumn of the school year.
So yeah,
we consider that the fall semester.
So that was in August. Yeah. So
yeah. But we had what day?
I remember that.
It's probably on the T-shirt.
I think I preached a sermon on the rapture that day. That's the one where we set it up in the backyard, wasn't it?
Anyway, right there where the trees used to be. They're not there no more, but there was... My dad pulled in his trailer, and we set up a little stage, and we had Fishbowl and Not Ashamed.
I remember Fishbowl. That was awesome.
I don't know if Convicted or any of them came around for that one or not.
I think that was just us. We had a couple bands.
Oh, and we did Firm Foundation. The one song we did with the girls. It was going to turn into a group, but we didn't. It
never worked out. But
so that was about the time we were transitioning out, though. We both started getting kids, so I mean, it was a thought to pursue as like a contemporary hip hop. So the girls would help us sing like the chorus, and we would rap the verses. So it was. We've got one track. We had never added the bass, but it still sounds pretty good.
Maybe we'll play it for you next time.
He's talking about putting music up. Maybe he'll put that one up.
Yeah, I think we should do that at some point.
It might be on GodTube right now.
I
put it up a few years back, but
I'd like to put some mass communication up, just maybe a couple of our more popular songs at the time. But anyway, we met Staff D, and he helped us quite a bit, and he was Staff D was one of those that was really honest. If it was whack, he said, "No, man, that's whack. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not gonna let you."
The type of criticism we needed.
I'm not gonna let you say that line because that line just don't fit there and it's whack. So you're not gonna do it. So he worked with us a lot, helping us in some of that.
He came into the picture after we recorded the album. He helped us on the newer tracks that we never actually released.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he helped us a little bit. Kind of got things.
Well, I think as we were, to jump ahead a little bit, as we were starting some of our new stuff, I think he had listened to some of our stuff and was trying to critique and give us pointers on what to do better and how to be better and stuff. But it was nice.
Concerts for him at his church.
Yeah. We did Generation X, and I think we did Victoria. So that was, I want to jump into that a little bit because that was one of the cool things that I think we started doing concerts in churches that I didn't think we would do concerts in, and we started doing concerts in places that I didn't think we'd actually get, block parties and stuff down in, the downtown part of Cape. We're down there doing block parties and stuff, and it just really opened up a
new door.
A new door, I guess. Yeah, I don't know how to say that, but it opened up something new for us that we hadn't done before. Because a lot of the concerts we did as Folk Christ was either stuff that we booked ourselves, or it was in just
within the group that we knew.
Yeah, within the group that we knew, or
or they would tell people
churches full of all different ages of people, and now we're doing block parties for mostly youth-centered type stuff, and we hadn't really done a whole bunch of that unless we set up youth rallies and stuff ourselves, because a lot of the churches that called us in to do youth rallies, it was mostly the whole church was there, it seemed like. So as we started mass communication, we started getting to do things outside of our realm of where we were comfortable, and there was a few times that was rough.
The Peaceful Valley Camp too, I believe, where we did those 150 or 200.
Yeah, there was a bunch of kids there for that one. So But you know what I think was cool though is that we wanted to work with people. We wanted to work with different people, and we wanted to get pointers from people, and we would watch to see how other people did things. And so I want to say this is that if you have opportunity to do that, don't be scared to do it. I mean, make sure that it's what God wants you to do, but don't be scared to step out and to do something maybe you've never done before. You can't live inside of this box that you think God wants you to stay in. That might just be your own thinking. You know, sometimes you might have to take a chance. And I remember Staff D, when he used to do, like on Sunday mornings, he used to do a DJ radio show, and he would play our stuff, and I thought that was so cool, man, that we were on the radio, you know. I think it was an AM station, wasn't it? But it was still cool to us. So shout out to Staff D for doing that for us back in the day. But that was really cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, there's always going to be people telling you can't do something. That's when you prove them wrong and show them you can. Yeah. So don't let those critics keep you from reaching or fulfilling your destiny that God has for you. You know, of course, the change, like I said a minute ago, we had people that didn't like it, and then we had people that did, and we started gaining new fans. Matter of fact, we started the MC Street Team.
Oh,
Brett was heading that up, and he would send out like emails, and he bought pins and stuff handing out. So
I remember, man, when people would join the street team, I'd send out emails to people, and I would just like try to hit people up at churches and different places, and I'd say, yeah, man, I'll send you a stack of CDs and some books, and because remember we had the MC Hip Hop shop around this time too. And
we had the MC radio show, yeah.
We would actually sell CDs online, and it never took off really well. But we had some orders from like Australia, wasn't it? Or Austria or something like that. But
that person that was always ordering from Australia.
When the street team happened, that was, I guess that was my idea. I wanted to start and help try to push it or whatever. I remember I would send out stacks of CDs, man. I remember Staff D got a box of CDs, and he couldn't believe how many. I sent him like 19 CDs. And he couldn't believe it. And he was on that radio show talking about how I sent out 19 CDs to him and everybody to go check it out. But the MC Street Team was a lot of fun. We went out and passed out things and tried to pass out flyers for concerts and just different things like that and get people motivated. But it didn't really pan out, man. It didn't really work out the way I wanted it to work out, because I think it's that same old thing that we see even today in our churches. And
we had the MC newsletter then, too. I remember at one point, I know we had at least 16 people that were on the newsletter that I would mail out to once a month. Then as it got harder to do that, I made it every couple months. Then it was maybe once a quarter, and then eventually it just dropped off. But people would actually, people that were going to the church that we were at the time, you're still there, but they would come to me and talk to me about an article they read. We had Eddie up in Elgin. He would email me articles, and I would put him in it. So you and Eddie had your little section, I had a section, and then we just talk about news that was going on for mass communication.
He had to type mine up because I still don't know how to type. I'm this guy here, the finger guy.
So eventually, though, it dropped off too. And really, we was still doing it up to probably the time when the kids started coming around. So, and then we still did shows every now and then. We get a call, and we might go do a show, but after the kids started, I'd say 2010, we recorded some new stuff with Staff D. And at that time, I had just had a kid. Staff was expecting a kid. He was expecting a kid. And then after the kids came, I know it can't be an excuse, but that's when things kind of just stopped for a little bit.
Yeah, everything slowed down.
That's where we're at now. So, but I got 2 of them kids now.
But I want to back up for a second. Something that you were saying there, and we just listed off everything we were doing. We were doing the newsletter. We were doing the MC Hip Hop Shop. We were doing the MC radio show. And we were doing the MC Street Team. Mm-hmm. We were doing something. And it may have not have worked out, but you know what? The 16 people.
If we'd have stuck with it,
we would have went the people on the radio show. But you know what? I still want to put that out there. Is like we were doing something.
We had 87 shows, I think, that we did MC radio show.
Keep in mind that whatever you do, big or small or whatever it is, just keep pursuing it and keep doing it, because you're going to make a difference. Because I just know that something we said on those radio shows, or something that we said in a concert as Faux Christ or as mass communication, it's made a difference.
We bought a cell phone, $19.99 a month, track phone, just so people could leave us shout outs on the air. And we had a few voicemails that we put on the air, as a shout out at the beginning of the show.
About that.
Yep. But, I still got that cell phone. My daughter found it the other day, but I don't know where it's at now. But
a little track phone.
Little cheap track phone's all it was. But, when people call, leave messages, and we put it on the air. So we had shout outs from like Rio, aka Country Boy, and I think Staff was on there a couple times, Ministry, and I really don't know everybody, but it seemed like it was only used a few times. And we did a top 40 countdown, top 20 countdown. It might have just been top 20 when we were doing it. So, but we was advertising stuff that was for sale on the MC Hip Hop Shop too. So at that point we had mchiphopshop.com, and we would sell CDs, and
we had MC Shack too. That was the name of our website, wasn't it?
That was a street team site. Yep.
Yeah, I forgot all about
mcshack.com.
Man, we were doing some stuff and
we were busy.
Didn't even know it.
So,
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much mass communication. I mean, I can't remember too much. I can't remember too many of the shows that we did. I mean, we did a lot of shows as mass communication in places that we've never done shows before. And as far as mass communication goes, it, like he said, as we started to have kids, he had Jasmine, and then literally exactly 9 months later, Taylor come along.
Staff had one in February.
And then that's just really, everybody was so busy, and everybody just kind of did their own thing, and it just stopped. And it really kind of sucks that it just stopped, but I think in some strange way, and I guess we'll probably get into this more maybe in the next show, maybe a little bit in this show, it was God's plan, in a sense, to now we have to move into, we got to grow up. You got kids. You got to mature, And I'm not saying that you can't keep pursuing it, but I think at that time when you got babies, you've got to focus on your babies. And you got to take care of your wives when they're pregnant and when they're nursing that baby, taking care of that baby, because we're weak. I ain't gonna lie, my wife got up a lot more times than I did to take care of that baby, especially our last one.
Mother's instinct.
You've got to do the part of providing for them and taking care of them, and that's what all three of us are, including Staff.
Shouts out to our wives, by the way.
That's right.
See, because I was the first one to say that, I just got the brownie points. Remember this, honey, because I know you watched it. So.
Yeah, but see, I'm the one that brought it up first, but I don't need no brownie points because I'm always good. So
Hey, but we're tossing around the idea of getting back in the studio to record a few things. So y'all, we're tossing it around. So you may get to hear more from Mass Communication. Maybe finish an album that never got finished.
You know what I'd like to also do? Maybe I've been thinking about this, and I know this is going to sound corny, but I think it maybe be more just for fun. Is to take some of our more popular folk cry songs and actually redo them in a better setting, and not necessarily remix them, but rap them better and get a better quality out of them. Just something for fun, but yeah, we've been tossing around the idea. I've been thinking about it, and then he's mentioned something about it today about maybe just an EP if nothing else.
My wife told me, she's like, y'all need to finish this. So
it's
possible.
Well, we had one or two songs done, and then we had a couple solo songs done, so we could probably finish those up and put those songs on there, and we'd have an album. But
we had one Mass Communication. Two of them you did were solos, and then I did one solo.
I had Let's Talk About It and Money Ain't a Thing.
And his Staff was recording his stuff at that time too. I mean, I still got the CD that he gave me with all the stuff. He never released that album, so we need to get this. We need to get with Staff maybe. And New Height Records. I forgot that's what we were going to call it.
I've never forgotten New Height Records.
I heard
love
you
that
say
name.
that on the rap the other day when I was listening to this new track, and he said New Height. I'm like, that's right. We're going to call it New Height Records.
Yeah, I loved that name too.
So still got the equipment, y'all. So Staff's got it at his house in his basement. So he still uses it every now and then, I think. So we just have to get in the studio and do it. That's really all it is.
Oh, and that keyboard he was talking about on the Unified, that was the Phantom X6. I think that was made by Roland. I can't remember, but it was called the Phantom X6. And he said he don't have that no more, I don't think. But yeah, that was a nice keyboard back in the day. I mean, he
might still have it. I thought he mentioned he still had it, or he sold it.
No,
to him.
I think he said that I asked him what he said he got rid of it. I think, but it doesn't matter. But anyway, I was just thinking about that. So make sure you check. Oh, just shook the camera. My apologies. Make sure you check out Unified. I've been on there 3 times. I'll probably be on there a couple more. Staff's been on there. Staff
more coming. I've talked to some pastors down in the area that they're acting like they could be interested, so I'm hoping they get on there. The point of that show is just to let you guys know that, hey, we're just real people trying to make a difference, trying to make a real difference in this world. So, I mean, everybody come from somewhere. We've all got a story. And you hear me say that on Unified if you ever watched it, which is on the Next Level Freedom Church channel I was talking about at the beginning of this video. So,
and I guess we're getting ready to, I guess we're done with mass communication. It was not...
Next time we may think of more. You never know.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Full Christ, there was a lot of history there because it was
longer era.
Longer era, and it was something totally different than what had been done, I guess, maybe in our area. But with mass communication, it was fun. We did a lot of shows, took some criticism, got some good and bad criticism, and
always got compared to Eminem. Remember that?
I don't know why. I remember this one place that we did a show. Remember, I think that was at Marble Hill. We went to that school, and everybody was like, "What are you going to Marble Hill for?" You know that they don't like.
It actually ended up being a good show.
It was supposedly a racist town, and they did not like hip hop music. And we're like, well, we're not racist, so we're gonna go do what we got invited to do, and we did it. And there was some kids there that were kind of...
Lives got changed that night, I believe.
Yeah, and there was some kids there that didn't like us because they thought they could do it better. And we're like, well, we're the ones here, so that... you know, not to be cocky or nothing, but we're the ones that got invited. So, but, you know, we did a lot of cool stuff as mass communication. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I would say that it was as... I don't know if I want to say that or not, but maybe not as productive. I think we saw maybe more fruit from Full Christ. I don't know how to say that, but
at least that we know.
Yeah, I guess
we were a lot busier with mass communication. Yeah. I know that. We was just talking about the list of stuff that I didn't even realize we was doing all that at once. So,
well, most of that was you
typing,
but I mean, I was taking care of
websites.
I stayed pretty busy with the street team. I did a lot of that because that was my idea, and I wanted to push it a little bit. Which brings me to my next thing. I have been tossing around. I know that some of you that watch this have, at least one of you that watched it has asked me if there's anything that they can do to help. They'd love to help, and I'm going to have this particular person on the show soon, probably within the next couple of months anyway. I say soon, but 2 months is like 8 episodes away or whatever. But I'm looking at maybe trying to find 1 to 2 people to help me advertise this by passing out business cards, and I'm probably going to be getting some t-shirts. So I'm not looking to pay anybody. It's just a labor of love.
I get a free t-shirt?
Maybe.
Thanks for being on the show.
It's just going to be a labor of love, something that you can do to help promote the show. Because as these shows go on, Trenton's not going to be on all of these shows. And I've already been jotting down ideas for things that I'm going to be talking about by myself. And I've got a show coming here in the near future that I'm going to bring my family, and we're going to talk about family a little bit. And I want to show my family, introduce them to you. But anyway, getting back to the thing, I'm looking for 1 or 2 people. So if you are interested, leave a comment down below and let me know that you're interested. Because basically it's going to be just kind of word of mouth, business cards, and you'll probably get a free t-shirt out of the deal here in the near future. And just trying to help me out a little bit. Not trying to make millions of dollars doing this. That's not the point at all. Just trying to
get the word out.
I want people to subscribe. I'm not going to lie. I want people to like the videos, but more importantly, I want people to get some ministry. I want people to get Christ from these videos, to receive salvation, to get knowledge, get wisdom. See how I did that?
Wisdom and knowledge.
Get some of that, going in your life.
Exposure and insight.
Learn some stuff about God, because, we're going to be talking about some deep topics and not so deep topics. We're just going to be talking about all different kinds of things. So just another way for you to help me introduce the gospel. And that's what I'm looking for. So if you're interested in passing out some stuff and doing some word of mouth where you work, I don't want you to get in trouble. Don't get in trouble doing it. Do it after work. Do it if you're in college or maybe at your church. Just say, hey, I know this guy who has a YouTube page. Go check him out and give him a business card. So that's all I'm asking for. So if that's you, let me know. And I guess we're going to wrap this up.
They probably don't understand the wisdom and knowledge. Did we ever tell them our names when we was rapping Full Christ?
I think so.
Okay, maybe.
He was wisdom, I was knowledge, just Full Christ.
That's what he meant by what he said that a minute ago.
And then in mass communication, I was insight. And
exposure.
You were exposure, yeah. Mm-hmm. So, wow.
Old school!
We were so corny.
Then I changed it to just my initials. Because I didn't want to have to fight for rights for a name on. I could just use my initials.
No, what was... Cruz. Insight was my name later on. I had a name before that, didn't I?
Knowledge.
Yeah, but I thought there was another one in there. I was changing it too.
You might have, but you didn't tell me.
I don't remember.
That you did tell me, and it's forgot. It's
been a
history
long
now,
time.
so.
So I just want to tell everybody thanks for checking out the shows. I know that to us our history is interesting, and I'm hoping that y'all are getting something from it because we're just trying to put the story out there and allow people to get something from it, to pull something from it, especially young ministers, I guess, or maybe even older ministers or pastors or preachers, teachers, all that stuff, to just pull something from it. Don't be afraid to minister with somebody. Watch who it is. Don't just jump in the pulpit with anybody, and don't let anybody in your pulpit that you don't necessarily know or trust or whatever. But just if you got an opportunity to work with somebody, pray about it, because that's what we did. Because I remember when we started meeting with staff the first couple of times at his church, and I think he had made a comment about that he was praying to God about how serious to take me and you. And remember that?
I don't remember that. No.
Oh yeah, and he was like, because it's like, here we are, these guys coming in doing this stuff, and God has said take them serious. I don't know if you remember that or not, staff, but you told it. I may not have been telling it completely the way that you told it to me, but I remember. I remember you saying that God told you to take me and Trenton kind of, take us serious, because we were serious about what we were wanting to do, and we were. We took everything serious. From the concerts, I remember
going to his church a couple times,
everything.
just to us and him. But
yeah,
we
talked and
threw around ideas for things.
Listened to music down there and played around and listened to some of the beats he was working on and stuff. But good times we had, and I'd love to get some of those times back, because it just seems like now there's a little bit of an opening for it for some reason. I don't know what it is. It just maybe coming to full circle, and nothing's going to be the way it once was, because let your past be the past at last, as one of our pastors says at my church. But I think that when you can see God start to do something, start to bring people back together a little bit, maybe God's got a plan there for something to come full circle, to finish something that we didn't finish, or to maybe have a whole new era of something. And that doesn't mean that we're going to go out and start doing concerts and shows, but just this here, us able to come in here he lived in Tennessee for 4 years.
4 or 5.
And we,
yeah.
Me and him at that time, we were not close. It was a distance thing, but there was a lot of other stuff there probably too. We'll probably get to on in a later show, but
4. You're right. 4 years. I had to think about that.
it just. So, there was an era there where me and him weren't really, I guess we weren't on the same page. I don't know how you'd want to say that.
Distance.
It was distance, and just, I don't know. There was probably some other stuff. But anyway, so, yeah, I guess we'll end the show. This is Give 'em Truth Ministries. Thanks for checking out the show. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell.
Go subscribe to Next Level Freedom Church channel, guys. And let's talk.
Yeah, we got a new one coming up
this is Sunday.
Today or tomorrow.
This is Sunday, y'all. So it's actually posting now at my house. So it'll be up by tonight.
Just go check it out when you're watching this. It'll be up probably. So because this probably won't go up until I'll try to get this one up maybe tomorrow, because I didn't put one up last week. I'll try to start putting them up on Monday, I think, because that'll.
Yep, got a Bible study on there. If y'all are interested in just some Bible study time, just some learning one-on-one time. The whole point of that show is I felt like God was telling me that too many people don't take the time to actually study the Bible. So basically on that particular show, we take its time to just look at the context of the word and kind of what the original authors were meaning by what they said. So there's a Bible study, there's Unified. Go check it out, y'all. Next Level Freedom Church.
All right.
Thanks for tuning.
Until next time, get out there and give them the truth.
God bless.